Hello, my name is Koala Katie Pie, and I will be reading from the subreddit r/IDon'tworkherelady. Today we will be reading 3 stories from the users Keith Hopperman Jr., Dependent_List 3175, and Perdia XD. The first story I will be reading is called I'm Not Playing Your Games Just Because I Made You Lose Time. English. It's not my first language, so I don't speak it very well. This was before quarantine started. I was on a GameStop looking for some games, and I see Sekiro, and as a Soulsborne fan, I decided to pick it up. I had like $200 from money I received on my birthday. After searching for like 5 minutes, a woman behind me makes the sound that everyone who hears it knows what's about to happen. Mister, I was asking if you could stop looking at the games and help me with something else here. I immediately respond with, I don't work here, lady. Sorry, you could ask someone else for help. And she says, if you don't work here, then why do you spend so much time in the store? You've been here for like 40 minutes. So stop being lazy and help me with this. I wanted to add that she was talking to me like she were the owner of the store or something. So I tell her, first, I don't work here. And if your little fish brain can't understand that, then you should go back to elementary school. And second, I'm not wearing an acceptable uniform for the work. I'm in a t-shirt with the Tachika from Rainbow Siege 6 helmet on it. So stop telling me what I should or not do. So she responds with, then you need to pay for this because you made me waste my time with you. And then, not even a second after she says that, I respond, okay, then you should pay for my game too because you made me waste my time with you too. And I would accept on paying for your game. She accepts we would go up to pay for the things because I was buying a new game. Yes, this was from when Sekiro had just been released. It was more expensive than her game. So you still want to do this, or would you pay for your game and leave me alone? She pays for her game and leaves, and I, with the ear-to-ear smile, pay and leave. I had a perfect night of suffering and frustration with my love, Sekiro. The next story we have for you today is pulling out your phone when you're working is against company policy. Lady, I'm 14. A bit of context. This was back in January of this year. I had just turned 14. The funny thing is, my birthday is on January 1st. The amount of people with my birthday, you would probably count them on your hands. I think at this point I was 5'11" with a visible beard. I had people mistake me most of the time for a 16 or 17-year-old. Now my birthday had just passed. My parents are not the best with presents, so they just gave me money. And I went on the weekend to chill with my friend. It was like 12 p.m. We went out to eat, and my friend started talking about how he wished he could get a PC. Now me and him are close. I go to his house most days of the week, 3 to 4 times. Sometimes I stay over. We're basically brothers. I call his parents auntie and uncle. Same with him. He comes to my house and stays. We even have rooms in each other's houses. Now, he was born 4 days after me. I really wanted to get him something really nice, so he said, let's go chill at my house. So I called an Uber, not to his house. It was to PC World. We get halfway through there, and he clocks what is happening. He says this isn't the way to my home. I assure him that we are going to do something very fun. Then he sees PC World, and he asks why we are here. I tell him it's an early birthday present. I had to give it to him early, as I couldn't go on a school day. So I tell him that we are getting anything you want. He gets mad, tries to reject, but we all know how that turns out. So we are both in the shop, and I recommend him something and tell him where it is. and he goes to get it. I hear a lady clearing her throat, and I turn around, and she asks me where something is. I say I don't know. I then turn around, assuming that was the end of it. Then she starts ranting about how I need to follow company policy and not to pull my phone out when talking to a customer. The next thing she did shocked me. She lunged at me, grabbed my arm. Now the human reaction is to push her off. Now I'm 5'11", and she was around 5'5" at most. She went flying into the PCs. There was a loud alarm that went off. One monitor fell onto the floor. It smashed. Suddenly, security came running to the scene. So did my friend. Now my friend is a little bit scared of confrontation, so he didn't do anything. I think he was more scared of me. She was screaming about how I assaulted her and that I pulled out my phone. She said I worked here. However, the manager shut her down instantly. It was very funny. I think the police got called in the mayhem. They then took both of our stories and started giving me dirty looks. They told me to call my parents, but I refused as I didn't want to drag them into it. But eventually the footage came and it was proven that she grabbed me first and I pushed her off. Eventually I had given my name and was free to leave. The police did contact my parents. The good thing was the manager gave us a 20% discount, so that was good. The last story I have for you guys today is a short story named Wholesome, I Don't Work Here Moment, Long-Time Lurker, First-Time Poster. This is a short story that happened to me this morning. I went to a coffee shop with a coworker, a relatively busy morning given the pandemic situation, and there was only one guy taking orders, working the register, and preparing the orders. I pre-ordered on my phone and was waiting for my coworker to order at the counter. After waiting for a few minutes and realizing my order was forgotten, I went to remind him of it and remarked, "They left you alone to deal with the rush, huh?" His response was, "Yeah, and I don't even work here." I can only guess how he ended up behind the counter. That is all the stories I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good rest of your day.